Sadly, many talented actors have seen their careers take a hit because of a film that missed the mark. Some movies were just plain bad, while others divided audiences, failing to connect with most viewers, or being too ahead of their time. Poorly received films can derail even the most promising young talents in Hollywood, and the same goes for those tricky, misunderstood, or controversial flicks. It happens to A-listers just as much as it does to up-and-comers. So let's take a look at 11 celebrities that were in career-ruining movies. You might recognize Lori Petty from the sports classic A League of Their Own, where she played Kit Keller. She later starred in the movie Tank Girl, but sadly, this comic adaptation didn't quite launch her to stardom. Although she gave a fun and energetic performance, the film's messy plot and odd production choices turned it into a confusing sci-fi adventure that failed to draw in audiences or make back its budget. As a result, Hollywood became reluctant to cast her in big projects. Fortunately, she eventually found some success on TV with a role in the Netflix series Orange is the New Black. Without a doubt, The Love Guru is Mike Myers' most notorious flop, and it's the one that nearly cost him his A-list status. While the Austin Powers series thrived on his charisma and quirky humor, that same style fell flat in The Love Guru. The movie was heavily criticized for its insensitive portrayal of Indian culture and spirituality, which led to a decline in the kind of roles that had once showcased his strengths. Though still active in Hollywood, Myers hasn't quite regained the spotlight he had before The Love Guru. Elizabeth Berkley rose to fame on Saved by the Bell in the late 1980s. After the show ended in the mid-90s, she set her sights on movies. Her big opportunity came with the movie Showgirls. Unfortunately, instead of offering a serious look at the life of a dancer, the film came off as unintentionally campy. Her performance was harshly criticized, and the film's reception was brutal. While she wasn't entirely to blame, Showgirls damaged her chances of becoming a leading actress. She landed a few supporting roles afterward, but this was her last major moment in the spotlight. After delivering standout performances in Jerry Maguire and Men of Honor, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s career hit a rough patch with the family film Snow Dogs. Though it performed well with kids at the box office, critics weren't kind. It marked a major shift from the serious roles that had made him a star, and ultimately hurt his chances for more dramatic parts. Despite some solid performances in later projects, Snow Dogs marked the beginning of his decline from top-tier Hollywood status. Alicia Silverstone's role in Batman and Robin didn't do her any favors. After her breakout success in Clueless, she was poised for major stardom. But backlash from what many considered the worst Batman movie ever caused her momentum to stall. In her role as Batgirl, she earned a Razzie, along with a lot of mixed reviews. In the late 1990s and 2000s, she shifted to smaller roles in films like Blast from the Past and Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. She also explored stage work, pursuing a range of other creative outlets over the years. Taylor Lautner became a household name as Jacob Black in the Twilight Saga. He then headlined Abduction, hoping to build on that fame. Although the film received mixed reviews, audiences noted his athleticism and solid action scenes. Still, the movie didn't elevate him to the same A-list level as some of his other Twilight co-stars. Like many actors trying to break free from big franchises, he struggled to find his footing. He's since taken on various smaller projects, showing interest in less mainstream roles. Even after making history with her Oscar win, Halle Berry noted in 2024 that she still faces limited options, especially when it comes to quality roles for black women. Her career might have followed a different path if Catwoman had been a hit. As the first black actress to play the character in a major film, following in Eartha Kitt's footsteps, she was set for something big. Sadly, the movie's weak script leaned more on tired tropes than empowerment. Barry accepted the Razzie for Worst Actress with grace, but nearly 2 decades later, that misstep still lingers. Since then, her best work has mostly been in ensemble roles, with few chances to fully showcase her talent as a lead. Freddie Prinze Jr. made a splash in the late 1990s, with hits like I Know What You Did Last Summer and She's All That. He also played Fred in the live-action Scooby-Doo, which was a commercial success, but despite doing a solid job, he later admitted that he regretted taking the role, feeling it didn't align with his goals for a more serious acting career. While Scooby-Doo became a major part of his legacy, he continued to work in movies, TV, and even video games, just never quite returning to leading man status. After winning over America on American Idol, Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini were thrown into the spotlight with a rushed movie project. Though they were ready for music careers, acting was a different story. The resulting film, a predictable spring break romance, fell flat with audiences and critics alike. It bombed at the box office, and the studio didn't even release a soundtrack. Thankfully, both stars found long-term success in music and television. They still take on occasional acting roles, but it's safe to say there won't be a From Justin to Kelly sequel. Jamie Kennedy never quite became a Hollywood heavyweight, but he had a few big chances. After roles in Scream and his own prank show, he landed what could have been a breakout comedy lead in Son of the Mask. Unfortunately, the film failed to live up to the original charm and energy. Without Jim Carrey's star power, the sequel came off as a chaotic, unfunny mess. It flopped hard, and the backlash was swift. Kennedy has continued working in smaller films, but Son of the Mask remains a major low point in his career. Before John Travolta took heat for directing the widely panned crime drama Gotti, he had already taken a hit with the sci-fi disaster Battlefield Earth. This film's failure was especially disappointing, considering it followed a string of acclaimed performances in Pulp Fiction, Face Off, and The Thin Red Line. Still, it's worth noting that even high-profile actors sometimes take big risks, and not all of them pay off. Travolta's career is a reminder that even after a massive flop, it's possible to keep working and find new roles, though not always at the same level of stardom. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and please consider subscribing and sharing Recollection Road Entertainment with someone you know. As always, thank you so much for watching.